Good afternoon, everyone. I will call the September 12th Board of Commissioners meeting to order right here in good old Paulding County, and welcome invited guests. I don't see any elected officials. Major Lahomie, if there's anybody that's signed up.
Yes, sir. There is.
Okay.
I was like, I think I asked about elected officials.
Do you have a phone that's can interrupt us? Please silence that. Thank you, ma'am. So we'll proceed with our invocation. Stand if you're able. Be thankful together. Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for the new blessings of life. You are the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is action to adopt the August 22nd, 2017 work session minutes and also the August 22nd, 2017 board meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion? Motion to approve. Motion to approve by Commissioner Collette. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Commissioner Davis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries 5-0. Under announcements, reminder that we will have the next BOC meeting, as Commissioner Pownell shared with us a few minutes ago, next Thursday, September the 21st. We have Mr. John Gray here with us from the Chamber of Commerce, and he's going to preview an upcoming holiday event that'll be right here in the courtyard. So John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me today, and we are certainly looking forward with the Paulding Chamber of Commerce of being part of this event, partnering with the county for Christmas in the Courtyards, a holiday celebration. So we're looking forward to that. Hometown Holiday Celebration is the official name for it. And this was actually a brainstorm of Jody Martin. And the original concept was to decorate the windows downstairs. So it lightens up the courtyard and lightens up the community with that. So we're going to include the business community. The Chamber, I think, is a natural partner for that because we can help pull in the business community and organizations. We've got 31 big windows downstairs that Jody has identified, so we'll decorate those windows. And then on November 17th, Friday, November 17th, from 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock, we'll have an event down here in the courtyard. And that event will include, of course, a special visit from Santa Claus from 6 to 8 p.m. And that will also include the Chamber has an event that we normally do called the Sip and Shop, which is part of our Empowering Women's group with the Chamber of Commerce that runs the Sip and Shop. Opportunity for showcase local businesses and local vendors and allow folks to do some Christmas shopping as they go along. So we'll do that in conjunction with the event here in the courtyard, set up some tables around the courtyard, probably about 30 to 50 tables. The Chamber will take on ownership of the event coordination of the event because I know that the county has limited staff for these type things, so the Chamber will take on that part of it. And as far as gathering up all the business vendors for the windows, and then also for the Empowering Women for that section, for the vendor section that's going on. Also looking to possibly get a few food trucks, which would be local vendors. Want to try to do local Paulding County vendors as part of that. Actually, restaurant businesses would be our first choice, but just have the opportunity to have some food out there, nothing major, no more than 3 or 4, and some hot chocolate and coffee available for the folks that are here from 5 to 9, and invite the community to come out and have a good time. The proceeds from the windows, we'll sell those for $100 each, and the Chamber will coordinate all that. We'll sell those for $100 each, and then each business will we're able to put a small marquee in the window, recognizing their business if they decorated that tree or that window setting. And then the winning window, they will have already designated ahead of time who their charity of choice will be. So a local charity will get $31. If we sell all windows, if they're all sold out, a local charity will get $3,100. So it'll be a win-win for the county and for the chamber and for the community, and obviously for that charity. So that's the event.
All right. Great preview. And are you going to have snow?
Well, if we have snow at that point, it'll be interesting. But yeah, maybe we'll have some sort of man-made snow across there. We'll at least have a snow blanket covering up all the cords down in the. We'll do that and have some snow blankets covering up the cords down in the lobby there, so it doesn't look too bad there.
Thanks much, Johnny.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
We have no bid awards, no reports from committees and departments. We have none of the public who have signed up for the agenda items. Under the consent agenda, we have 3, and they've already been read out this morning, so I will entertain a motion to approve these 3 consent agenda items.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Davis.
Second.
A second by Commissioner Collette. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
I was a bit sitting on that. My vote was aye. Sorry.
Okay, we
You
got.
called it sooner than I thought you were going to.
We have, under old business, we have none. Under new business, we have the number 1 action to adopt the FY 2017 budget amendments that we heard about this morning. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Pownell. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second by Commissioner Collette. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Number 2, action to confirm the appointment of Angela Ferris to serve as the Senior Administrative Assistant to the Chair.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Pownell.
Second.
And a second by Commissioner Collette. Is there any discussion?
Looking forward to having her work with us.
It is sure it's mutual, and she'll look forward to y'all meeting her and coming in and see her. So let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. New business number 3 is action to adopt Resolution 1729, confirming executive session for the purpose of real estate, pending and potential litigation, and along with personnel. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Collette. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Crowe. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. That's the conclusion of our regular business. No additional executive session. And well, we do have Mr. Seth Bias, who is going to tell us about the rodeo. So, Seth, come forward. You look like a cowboy.
Not quite. Just a country boy from Paulding County. A couple years ago, my name's Seth Bias. I grew up here, and my family lives here, and graduated from East Paulding High School back in '99. But so I plan on always being here. We have a little farm out in New Georgia. That's out close to Villarica, for those of you that don't know, but it is in Paulding County. I guess everyone here knows what New Georgia is. But anyway, we have a little farm out there, and anyway, a couple years ago, I started thinking about a rodeo. I went to the Cobb Rodeo. I worked for the Cobb Fire Department, and was there, and I kind of thought, I wish we had something like that here. And I feel like we could do a very good one. I feel like we could put on a very good rodeo that is actually a little better than what's going on over there. Not to talk bad about them, but anyway, I started thinking about that, and so earlier this year, I sent an email to Mr. Justice and was asking him about the arena up at Paulding Meadows, and I would like to put on a rodeo here in the county. I want to bring one in, and I want it to go. I've talked with Ms. LaHome and Mr. Grollo about the Paulding Public Safety Organization. I want the money, the proceeds from this to go to them. It's, public safety is close to me, close to my heart, and I've seen what they do, and it will benefit all the first responders in our county. And so I want something good to come of this. I'm not looking to this for me, really. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, but I want them to really benefit from this so they can help some more people. So my goal is sometime late next March, I would like to host a rodeo, and I would like to have the county's blessing and maybe even whatever help I can have from, I don't know what the Parks and Rec can help with, but I would like to put on a rodeo to benefit them next year. I already have, and it's going to be corporate sponsored. I have one main sponsor who has already donated. Well, they're going to donate $7,500 towards it. So they're going to be my anchor sponsor, and that's about half of what it's going to cost just for the basic rodeo portion. So, I mean, and I'm going to sell sponsorships and do advertising, and it's going to be paid for, good Lord willing, by local businesses. They'll have, recognition, and so they're going to be getting advertising. And it's going to bring in, I'm planning on, I want to have at least 2,500 seats. And I know we have to do some work to what's there now, if there's bleachers, if we need to bring some new ones in or fix the ones that are there. But I want to have a minimum of 2,500. I feel like I can easily do that. And if I feel like I could fill any amount of seats that we can put out there with the rodeo. But 2,500 minimum is what I'm expecting. And also, I already have a company in the county that is there. They submitted it to their corporate office about possibly coming out, and the bleachers that are there are all broken. All the boards to the bleachers there are all broken and rotted. So something has to happen with that. And that's going to be about 4,000. Let's see, I believe it was almost $4,500 in materials. But they're going to possibly donate all of the material and the labor to fix those bleachers. So
wow.
that would be awesome as well. So everyone I've talked to so far has been behind it, and they want to see it happen, want to help. So I really believe we can do this without a large impact to the county budget.
That's exciting. The skipper and I were just talking that we used to have a rodeo at Paulding Meadows, and it's a great event. I got a sign on my barn that says the only reason that guys should participate in the rodeo is if they want to meet a nurse.
Well, we can see if we can find something for you to help with. I'd love to see this happen, and I know I can make it happen, and I have a lot of participation, a lot of willingness, so, I'd really like to see this happen.
Mr. Bice, you've evidently been out and surveyed, and you've seen the wood that's got to be replaced. And I don't know if you know Chris Smith by chance.
Does he work for Greystone?
He does.
I've spoken to him a couple times on the phone.
Okay, well, after you and I had talked the other day, I ran into Chris, and he had actually been out and had the same idea that you've got. I think he's into roping and bear size, and you raise bucking stock, is that right?
Yes, sir, we have a rodeo.
And he was telling me he went out and himself, being with Greystone, he checked the lighting, the arena. So basically what needs to be done is the bleachers, and you got somebody that's willing to donate the material and the...
That's what they're trying to do. They want to do it as a community service project, so they will, if that gets approved, they'll donate the materials. It's 3,900 linear feet of wood, and they'll donate that and the labor to put it in. That's what they're working on. So I'm hoping that will work out.
Michael, you have anything else to say about that?
No, but I'll make something up.
Commissioner Crowe would like to have a bull out there to ride.
I just shoot the bull, I don't ride.
Yeah. Let me take you back a few years. Mr. Crowe actually put those bleachers together for us. He was a county employee along with some inmate labor.
That's right.
At the time, so they helped us put those
Was he
together.
county employee or inmate labor?
He was some of both. Some of both. And let me explain to you the reason that that the bleachers are in that condition now. When we lease that facility, then we're leasing it for a fee of $200 or $300 a day. And for me to come to you guys and ask for $5,000 in lumber money, not knowing if those bleachers are going to be used, I'm not comfortable doing that. So when Mr. Bice and I have spoken in the past, it's like, look, we're going to take these out because they're not safe.
And then if we get to a point to where we have several different equestrian rodeo events over there, then we'll look at requesting that from you. It would be a big help. I think the frames are fine, and they could be used. But if we've got somebody that's willing to step up and help us do that, then that would be great. We had 2 or 3 events there early on when we first did it, and then we haven't had one since. We get several people that express interest every year in doing it, but they never follow through. So at that point, I'm not going to put the money into making those repairs to something that may just sit there for another 6, 8, 10 years. I'd love to see the events there. I think it'd be great. That's why we built it. The bleachers are the issue at this point, and again, if they're willing to help, then I don't see any issue with it.
My goal is to have I want this to be an annual rodeo. I don't want it to be just a one-time thing. I want it to be annual because I'm tired of seeing all of our saddle club and people like that going out of the county to do equestrian events or to do things, and when we have a facility right here, one that's sitting here not being used, we can have people come to Paulding County for that. And we're going to get a lot of exposure because we're planning on doing it in late March. It's going to be a sanctioned event, so this rodeo will go towards all the participants. It will go towards their end of the year points and trying to make it to their championship. So they'll be coming in. We're planning if we do it in late March, we'll possibly have them coming from North Dakota, South Dakota, Missouri, Texas, places like that, because early in the year they're looking to get going. Later in the year they start going more out west. So you're going to have people coming in from all over the place as far as they go.
When you say sanction, is that working towards the finals, getting points?
Yes, sir. I believe it's the IPRA, it's the rodeo organization that will probably link up with it. So whoever part of that will, if they come and participate, they get points.
That'd be world-class rider.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you compete, Seth?
No, sir. We raise the bulls. I do not want to get on one. But
I think you and my son were the same class at least.
Josh, he was a little bit older than me. He may have been a year or two. Kelly, we were in the same class, 99.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I want this to be an annual event, and I want to do other events as well. But this is something that'll be good for the county because it'll be for the public safety. Local businesses will be able to participate and have a part in it. But I want to use the arena for other events as well. But this is the main one. This is the big one. And I know it'll work, and I believe everyone will love to have it as part of it.
That's exciting. We really appreciate you coming and share about it. So at this time, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Dave, I've been asked to make my announcement once more briefly. I think we're being broadcast.
Will you include in that announcement, I've got your phone number, your address. I'd like to go buy a truckload of water or something.
Get with me after this and we'll be able to, I'll meet up with you and we'll get the truckload of water. The announcement to be made is that I'm heading south either tomorrow or Thursday, I'm not sure which one yet, for hurricane relief in Florida, to the Kissimmee area, and anyone with food, non-perishables, water, coffee, I know they would be happy to receive those donations. If anyone, I know a lot of people went and bought a bunch of stuff for Irma, and maybe just be sitting on a couple of cases of water you don't really need. I've got people who need them, and we're heading south, and be glad to take them with us. And on that, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pownell, a motion by Commissioner Davis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
All right, Dave.